Hey, it's Chronologically Gaming, the only channel that's perpetually retro because we're playing every video game in order of release. Welcome everyone to the Japanese Computer Invasion, or Japanese Computer Games in October 1982.
NEC のパピコン勉強します遊びます調べますパピコン
NEC のパピコンはソフトがさらに増えて使い方はいろいろ。家族みんなで
パピコン
ソフトも周辺機器も豊富になった
NEC のパピコン
Yes, there's something for everybody, but mostly the video games. Our next release is on the NEC PC-6001 in Japan, and it is Tutankham. It's Tutankham, the same one we saw in the arcade back in June of this year, 1982. Let's take a look at the box for Tutankham. Really not too much from the box. All it has is the text, but they are boasting exactly what the game is. There it is. The front of the box shows you what the game looks like. Verbatim, that's exactly what it looks like. This right here is the advertisement flyer. Magazines at the time didn't know what to expect, and I love this. I think of all the advertisement flyers we've ever seen, this one makes me want to go collect everything for the PC-6001 right now. Inspiration for Dr. Wily right here. This is where it came from. This guy, whoever he is, but it's awesome. I love it. If you look down at the bottom, there's the other releases that are possible on this home computer, but sadly, they're either lost or couldn't find them. In fact, this game that we're playing, Tutankham tonight, good luck finding anybody getting footage of this on an actual console. Every place I've looked, they all are playing this on emulated hardware. So I'd love to see this an actual hardware. But look at the bottom. There's Frogger, which again, we couldn't play on the show. Turpin, there's Tutankham, Super Cobra, Commodore, and Scramble. Look at that. And it plays with the joystick. We got our joystick plugged in too. There's the cartridge to pop in our NEC PC-6001. It looks nothing like the artwork that we saw in the arcade. They did something a little bit different. Really, really cool. We're looking like an explorer, Dr. Livingston, I presume, as an anime character. Very, very nice, very colorful. Flip the cartridge over on the back. That's what it looks like. There's not a whole lot we could find for this one. There's an example of the screenshot for Tutankham. Let's pop it and play it. This is by Konami, made by Konami, published by Konami at some time in October 1982. And Konami has had a romp. This one is the 28th game we've played by Konami. Quite a bit we've seen already by them. 17 games by Konami are in the arcade. 2 of them were released for the Arcadia 2001 home console. 1 was on the Atari VCS, 2 for the Intex Adventure Vision. I believe that was Cobra and Turpin. There was 1 on the Atari home computer and Apple II, and that was Frogger. This one is the 3rd game that we played that Konami's done for, or showcased for the NEC PC-6001. All right, so this is going into a track mode and kind of give you an idea of what the game is like. So I'm going to actually push the button and go. We get some Egyptian music, very nice. So I'm on the top left of the screen. I'm slowly making my way down to the other side. Let's see, do I have my shot? Yes. Just like in the arcade, you can shoot left, you can shoot right. There is something missing, though. The arcade had the twin-stick shooter going for it. 2 joysticks. 1 joystick could be used to fire left and right. The other joystick could move you around. All right, so I'm going to see if I can slip. Man, the generator is going non-stop. I don't know if I can slip down there. Okay, there you go. 1 snake went away. Get out of there. Okay, let's go down to the bottom. Looks like one of them might follow us, though. Get some treasure. We are getting a little bit of artifacting at the bottom. If you can see, the emulation isn't completely perfect, but we're still close and playable, and the joystick is working. Digital joystick we have plugged in to the NEC PC-6001. Go, go, go. I believe it's digital, even though this looks a lot like something we'd see on the Dragon 32 or the TRS-80 color computer. Very, very similar graphic style. Wait a second. Whoa, wait a second. I can move diagonally. That's new. In the arcade, you can only move tile by tile or up north, south, east, and west. But look at this. I can move diagonally. I have a little bit more freedom to move. So while the shot is limited because they don't give us twin stick, it works better to move around if I can make it through. It's still a tricky game to slip by the enemies. Okay, I think they might let us by as long as no one gets generated there. We'll go pick up the key up here. If you've never played Tutankham in the arcade, it's awesome. I said it was one of the best arcade games you could play right now, and as usual, Konami is releasing something for the home computer first in Japan before we saw it anywhere else. And this game, I'm amazed they got this out right now. We're not going to see Tutankham for other systems until 1983, but this is the very first time you could play it at home. The other thing that's missing is I don't believe we have any scrolling screen. It's all happening on one screen, and if we get the key to move to the next area, then we'll be able to go on. All right, let's keep going. I want to be able to get the treasure at the top. We already got way too many enemies that generated, but... Oh, no! Oh, that one's faster than me! Gotta watch out for whatever those are. I don't remember them in an Egyptian tomb. Yeah, the graphics look very similar in color to the TRS-80 Color Computer or the Dragon 32. We still have the key, that's nice. The SG-1000 that you bring up in the chat, Brian, reminds me of the ColecoVision. And the very first system we ever saw that looked like that was the Texas Instruments TI-994A. Really, really similar graphics on the screen. And then the CreativeVision looked pretty close too, and then of course the ColecoVision, and then SG-1000 is going to come out, and it should look really familiar. Look at this. No, he's did it again! Oh, those generators are pretty tough. But top-down adventure, well, not really adventure, but we are using keys or gates to go from level to level. And in a way, it feels almost like this is a watered-down version of Seamus that we played on the Atari home computer. But movement is, while I do have diagonal movement, it is slower paced, not really super action-packed. The arcade was a little bit quicker. But actually, it's okay. It works to its strengths because this feels more like we're doing an exploration in a tomb in Egypt somewhere. And we are getting constant tunes, albeit, you know, it's just a few notes playing in the background, which is very rare right now. To have a video game while you're playing it, to have some kind of tunes or notes on the home computer, especially here on the PC-6001. What is the snake? The snake is guarding that spot. Oh, and right when the music's... Oh, no way! Whenever you move, it's like Digda. Oh, where's my shot? Oh, my gun, my laser stopped working. And we get game over. So this is the very first time that you could play anything like Tutankham, not even clones or people trying to be like the arcade Tutankham. I like the diagonal movement, and it's joystick controlled, and we'll just go in again. Nice, yeah, it reminds me of Dig Dug. That's the sound of our footsteps, and every time we move, we make a little bit, have a little ditty. All right, let's see if we can take these guys out. They already threw some of the fast ones out. All right, quickly. Take the treasure, move to the top. I wonder if I have a certain amount of shots left, but that wouldn't be fair because the generator, they're popping out enemies really fast. Alright, we'll make our way to the top and grab the key. After the key, it looks like I'm going to have to take out this... Okay, the bird didn't... Oh, the bird and snake are coming, never mind. Now we can go down. And so one of the strategies you have to do in Tutankham is watch the north and south directions you go, because you don't have any way to defend yourself. You can only shoot to the west and to the east. Man, see, I'm already talking cardinal directions because we've played so many adventure games here on the show. You have to know your cardinal directions, kids. Uh-oh, see the snake? Oh, that one's fast. And you have to remember the diagonal movement, but even then, it's too fast for us. Yes, there is, Brian, but we haven't seen it yet. And I don't believe we're going to see it in 1982. I think that's 1983. Or maybe it'll be later because we still have, whenever we hit November 1982, we still have over 800 video games to play before we finish out the whole year. Lots of more games to come. Hopefully nobody thinks I'm going to run out of video games here on the channel because that's not going to happen. Yeah, they're keeping true to the arcade. That's the way the arcade was. It's kind of interesting, though, because we played twin-stick shooters that allow 8 directions for everything. You know, similar to Robotron 2084, Draco, things like that. And this one's doing it, the arcade did the twin-stick shooter, but it only allowed you to go left and right. Alright, there we go. We made it. Get a little ditty, open up the gate, and move on to the next screen. We very slowly inch to the next screen. Just take your time. All right, next screen. Yes, so it is staying true the best it can, at least this home computer, to the arcade. I got to give them props, though. The other ones that were available, Frogger and Amador that Konami has done, they weren't really as true to the arcade. This one actually feels more like I'm playing Tutankham. Oh, maybe that's what it was. All the enemies were on the other side? That's a good point, Manly. That's probably what it was. All right, let's see if we want to make a warp to the other end. Oh, man, that snake almost got me. Oh, that's right. We have the... Wait, oh, that's right. In the arcade. I just realized I did it. In the arcade, you had a clear all screen. And since I have the joystick with one button, what is it? I'm trying to figure out... I thought it was up. Maybe I've already used it, but it was... It felt like it was up and down at the same time. The music stops whenever we stop moving. Oh, man, yeah, this is too crowded. Come on, blow them up. We got to figure out how to use it. Or I've already used the clear all. Yep, I'm counting. If you count the characters, as soon as you blow one away, another one gets reappeared in the generator. But look at this. How am I going to get the key? There's so many enemies in the way. I want to get all of them over to the other side, not over here. Look at this. Good gosh. And they're still generating from this side. Whoa, yeah, they've completely blocked the passage to the next area. So far here on the show, this is an excellent game for the NEC PC-6001 across all home computers, though. This one is... the arcade, I still say it's one of the best you could play in the arcade. As far as home computers, though, we've seen some other releases that offer even more adventure, longer places to explore. Yeah, the snakes are totally camping me out. That's where we'll put a little pause on Tutankham. Just give a little taste of what the gameplay is like. I still like it. It's very well done for all the games you can play right now across all home computers. I would say that this is not average. The way that you're moving screen by screen, having doors to open, is done well. Plus, using the joystick and an arcade conversion that's pretty close to what we'd see in the... first of all, you can't get this anywhere. This is the only place you can play Tutankham. There is games similar or like it, but I actually want to go higher than that and say it's 3.5 stars, above average for everything at this point in October 1982. And I see in the chat, Charlie saying, too slow. Yeah, we're going to be playing lots of faster games besides this one. All right, so after that, let's see what our next release is. Next, it's time to play on the Apple II. This is U-Boat Command. Here's the box for U-Boat Command. Oh, man, yes. Is it war simulation? You bet it is. Strategic arcade action war game. They just put as many verbs as they can in there. This is by Synergistic Software. The 12th game that we've seen by Synergistic Software. They've put out some pretty good stuff. Front of the box just makes me actually think we're playing a strategy game, but it's actually more of a simulation. This is a naval simulation game. Let's flip it over to the back. Yes, we're the captain in U-Boat Command, the new strategic arcade war game in the latest action-adventure style. Your mission is attack and sink enemy aircraft carriers and freighters. Yeah, and there we go. Look how it controls with paddles or joystick. And you can also have the Apple II or II Plus. 48K needed for this one. You bet they did. Yeah, I like what Manly said about the last game. More enemies on screen is always welcome. This is getting close to it. For the Apple II, this is only available on the Apple II home computer. This game is. This is the 399th game for the Apple II. We almost have checked out 400 games for the Apple II. It's amazing. I couldn't find a manual. This is all I found as far as the introduction, the scenario, and then the commands, because you have to know the commands to play this game. So this one works well enough, though, and it even breaks down the scores and tells you a little bit of hints to play the game. So it is a submarine simulator. There's the 5 1/4 floppy disk for U-Boat Command. Interesting. They got paddle and joystick to control with an example of the screenshot there. All right, we're going to play a cleanly cracked version. Here we go. This is by Charles Fleischman. Way to go, Charles. Published by Synergistic Software at some time in October 1982. I believe this is the very first game we've seen by Charles. Let's go. Give us more games. And as this boots up into it, this is a naval sim. And by naval sim, I mean like a submarine simulator. This is the 14th naval simulation or sub-sim that we played here on the show across all platforms. Very nice. Flight of the Valkyries playing for us. Gets us ready for war. Some of the best that you could play right now, we actually have seen a few, just 2 naval simulators on home consoles, but the best ones have been on home computers. Torpedo Fire from November 1981 is a really good one. Submarine Commander on the Atari home computer in June 1982 is great. Fathoms 40 on the Apple II, September 1982. So let's see what this one's all about. All right, so do you want to name the participants? Sure. Let's name them. What's the name of the country you fight for? Well, I'm going for USA. What's the name of the country you fight against? Let's fight against Russia. What's the name of your sub? Oh, we can name the sub? Nice. Let's name the sub after the last person in chat. Hunter. What's the name of the enemy carrier? Oh, so we can name the enemy that's fighting against us too. All right, before that, I think was Manly. So Manly will be the Russian carrier. You are the captain of the SS Hunter. Your mission is to invade the enemy waters of Russia and destroy the enemy fleet. Your primary target is the enemy carrier Manly. USA wishes you luck in your mission, and then we can pick a difficulty. We'll go difficulty 0 for now, and then do we want aircraft? We're going to say no. No backup aircraft. So a few different options, kind of limited to other naval sims that we played. This one is, by all accounts, an arcade game. This is more like we're playing an arcade game mixed with a simulation. We have, obviously the sonar, we have our compass, and we have to worry about air and fuel, so it has simulation mixed in, but it's pretty much arcade. All right, so let's get going. We need to move around. We can move A and D to turn. So this is us moving our sim. Or actually, I want to see the map. Can we go to the map? Did I already miss my window for the map? Oh, so M isn't working. It was working before. How about N? And then turn to the left. Yeah, the map isn't going to the left or right. What about, can we go turn our motor on and move forward? So you can see I'm burning a little bit of fuel to travel to the next area. I think you only have a small window to use the map in the beginning, and I was talking through it. So we didn't get the overhead view. We'll make our way over to the first enemy. All right, now slow down. Motor off. Go. Oh gosh. Did we already get hit? We did. I didn't even see the torpedo. No, damage to the sonar. Uh-oh, that means our sonar's cracked. Oh, man. All right, so here, let's turn a little bit more to the side here. You can see I'm swiveling the sub, if you pay attention to the compass on the left side. And let's cut the engines there. Let's see if we can... fire torpedoes! We're going to miss anyway. Uh-oh. Damage to the batteries? That's not good. This is difficulty level 0. We're already off to a really bad stop. Yes, that Manly ship is too good. Whoa. Let's turn more to the side. Quick. And I know we should dive. Let's hit... Oh, I know why. I think we have to hit M several times, because to dive, you actually mash the keypad several times. Go. I don't know if I can dive, though. Do we have any air? We may have lost some. Okay, the battery you can see is working. So whenever you use some of your commands, you actually have to hit the keyboard several times. Not that it's not responding, but that's how you tell the game that you want to be able to dive. Yes. Okay, so let's go to the side. Wow, even on difficulty level 0. Maybe I shouldn't have plowed at them so fast. But this is typical to the naval sims right now. You're going to have to understand the controls, familiarize yourself with the placement for units, where all the commands are on the keyboard. We're just being destroyed. And before I do game tests on the show, I always play test for a little bit. I never had this much difficulty or the enemy this strong whenever I was playing on my tests. So it's random on how lucky they are. They're just getting really lucky here on the live show. Yeah, we're going to be sunk in no time. That's right. Oh, Hunter, very good point. Yeah, if the battery's running out, it's not going to work. and surface to come back up. Yeah, we're not really down really deep. It's because we came across the carrier. This one, the Manly carrier, as we named it, is the most dangerous unit of all the other ones. You can go and get other ships and other subs, but the main one, this most likely is the main, the main battleship that is tearing us a new one. Yeah, I mean, yeah, look at all the damage gauges. We have a bunch. Wow. All right, I'll stop there. U-Boat Command, here on the live show, it didn't go as smoothly as the playtests. This one still offers a lot of fun for anyone that wanted to do a naval sim right now. For modern standards, all these naval sims that we played at this point are still sprinkling in a lot of arcade. We're not going to really see a lot of modern or more new-aged naval simulation or war games until later. So while neither Fathoms 40 or this one, U-Boat Commander, solidifies the submarine genre, the genre is going to slowly gain traction up through the 1980s. By 1984, Spectrum Holobyte's Gato is going to do submarine warfare on the IBM PC, and then later in the 80s, we're going to have obviously Sid Meier's Silent Service alongside Electronic Arts' 688 Attack Sub. They're going to bring the genre into the mainstream, but right now, this is still very, very well done. A great game that you could play at the time. I actually want to say this one, I want to give the nod to Fathoms 40 and say actually that one would be a little bit better with 4 stars. I'm going to say 3.5 stars for U-Boat Commander, though. It's done very, very well, giving you paddle control, joystick control, so still above average for all the games you could play across all home computers right now. Yeah, looking over the chat, I see Manly's going 3 stars. Well done, Manly. You got me this time. We'll see about next time. All right, let's see what our next game is. Next is the Sinclair ZX Spectrum. This is our 114th game for the Sinclair ZX Spectrum, and we're playing some UFO. Just UFO. We don't have any info about this. Oh, I guess I got a manual. No, that is not the manual. I have no information whatsoever about this one. Let's pop it and play UFO. This is by J.K. Gray at some time in October 1982. Really? We just played Encounter, based on Close Encounters of the Third Kind, and check it out. This is dodge the asteroids and shoot the aliens. Use 5 and 8 to control movement, and 0 for your laser. Okay, I think I got it. Let's do it. 5. Oh, we're in. It is a scrolling shoot-'em-up. Oh man, it's bare bones though. I'm at the top of the screen, and we are shooting asteroids, making our way down to the other side of the screen. Now, seeing this, it makes you think that the ZX Spectrum cannot do scrolling very well, but we've seen better scrolling already. So this right here is making it look like it's chugging, but it can do better. And we've already seen it, even now, in October 1982. Some of the games we played on the ZX Spectrum have been pretty simple type-in games, but this is very, very simple. Just move left and right. I mean, I look at even my fire. My attack is minimal. And also, where's the score? Do I even have a score showing? What's the point? I'm supposed to have a score to play games right now. And believe it or not, while you look at this game and think, this is the worst game ever, this is not the worst shoot-'em-up, but it is pretty close of all the shoot-'em-ups we played so far on Chronologically Gaming. We dig into the trenches really, really deep here, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, cool. Oh, they just give us a score at the end. Okay, so I'll give it a little bit of props for that. But of all the games you can play right now in October 1982, on home computers, this is low, very low on the spectrum. I'll say 1.5 stars for UFO by J.K. Gray. Keep trucking, J.K. Gray and your enterprises. I don't know if you can get a refund for this one either, Manly. I'll go even lower. 1.5 stars for UFO. All right, what's next? Our next release in October 1982. Now it's the Commodore VIC-20. This is VIC Rescue. We're going to the United Kingdom to play on our Commodore VIC-20. Here's the box for VIC Rescue. Yes, unexpanded VIC, written in machine code. What is that? Is that a ship? At least they're not ripping off the Millennium Falcon or the X-Wing. They're doing something new, and it looks very, very boring. This one is the 295th game we've played on the Commodore VIC-20. A lot of games out there. And this is the 4th game by Interceptor Software. Well, they originally were called themselves Interceptor Micros. This is the first time, I think, that they called themselves Interceptor Software. And if you're a fan of the Commodore, or if you're a fan of the Commodore VIC-20 and the Sinclair ZX Spectrum, you know Interceptor Software. If you know, you know. And this is the first time they called themselves Interceptor Software. Is that what it was? Mainly, it looks like they ripped off just the lower deck, and they're going with that. Let's see the other artwork for VIC Rescue. Other artwork from the cassette tape, very nice. There's the cassette to pop into our Commodore VIC-20. Sweet. And let's pop in VIC Rescue. Interceptor Software, sometime in October 1982. What do you got for us? I'm ready for anything. Oh, except loading. This one loads quite a bit. We've already seen tapes load for a long time here on the show. This one is no exception. It's not the worst, but I'm going to have to fast forward through some of this because it goes a long time before it finally gets in. There we go. I went about 600 times the speed, so you have to be waiting even longer. We can use the controls on our keyboard, A, D, and stop the ship, or we got our joystick plugged in. We are using the joystick for sure, and let's go. Gives us some point values that flashed on the screen really, really fast. Let's go, Commodore VIC-20. Interceptor Software. If this really is the first time that they changed the name from Interceptor Micros to Interceptor Software, I'd be interested, because this is the one I'm familiar with. This company name is the one that I usually have heard of before. Man, it's still loading. That's right. And it has another loading screen after the tape loads and then the title screen loads. Then they have the game load. So we're waiting for the game load section too. That just would tease you. Right now in October 1982, wouldn't you expect loads, and then you while it's loading, you go to drink, make a sandwich, maybe take a nap. Then the game comes up, and then you can play the game. But then if it only brings up the title, then you have to wait again. It's just a tease. All right, we're going to fast forward again. There. All right, we're in after the fast forward. All right, so this is, very nice. It's Lunar Rescue. Let's go into it. We have thrusters to make our way down to the bottom, avoid the asteroids, land, and then make our way back up. It's now auto-scrolling, turns into a fixed shooter. You just move to the top without being destroyed like that. So it starts off with just asteroids you have to dodge. The color artifact, it makes me feel like we're playing on the ZX Spectrum, which is kind of quaint. That's tight to make it through. All right, so it's auto-scrolling up. I don't have any control over it. I can just fire at the enemies and then make our way to the ship. Yes, and make a rescue happen. Let's go again. Down to the bottom. Big-time tile. Oof. Tile work, so slower pace than other Lunar Rescue games at this point. This is the 8th game we've played that's based on Lunar Rescue, or plays like Lunar Rescue, including Lunar Rescue itself, because there's really not a Lunar Rescue series. All right, let's make our way back up there. I don't know if I can go all the way to the left. Go, go, go. We did it! Yes! Oh, fun. Very good. Okay, coming down to the end. And if you notice on the side cliffs, we are rescuing people. This time there's no animation showing them going on the ship, though. Some of the best ways you could play Lunar Rescue right now on home computers would be Meteor Mission 2 on the TRS-80 and Meteor Storm for the Atari home computer. Oh man, am I going to make that platform? I am. I don't know how I did it. Get it. Yes. Oh, I'm barely making it by. We will save everyone. Oh. Good. Oh, we can use our thrusters to blow up the asteroids. That's cool. Make our way up. Nice and easy. Got to do a little maneuvering. Okay, yeah, there we go. It is slower paced. You can see the frame rate is super low because we're tile-based. I don't know how I pulled that one out. That was really tight. So, yeah, move on to the next level. Rinse, repeat, play some Lunar Rescue. Thanks, VIC Rescue. So, of all the games you can play right now across all home computers, it's 8 games played like the arcade. So there's not really that many out there that play exactly like this. The tile-based is pretty similar to games we've seen up to this point. I'm actually going to go 3 stars, very average for the games you could play across home computers. You'd have some fun on your Commodore VIC-20 in Europe right now. Yeah, there we go. I've seen from the chat, Manly's throwing out 2.5 stars. Very, very nice. So there you go. A quick taste of some games that we could play on home computers in October 1982. Now it's time to put our video game playing on pause, or hit the break key if you're on computers. We're going to keep playing every single video game in order of release. I got a really fun one for next time. Next time on Chronologically Gaming, we're going to have some 3D space combat, we're going to have some other variants of Robotron 2084, and we got a brand new Atari 2600 game. Should we be excited or plan for disappointment? That's it for today, and like I always say, shoot first, collect the experience points later. Hey everybody, thanks for checking out the channel and joining me on my quest to play every single video game in order of release. We'll be streaming live every weekday at 9 p.m. Central, so join us and let us know if we missed any games along the way. This video would not be possible without Launchbox, RetroArch, and MAME. Tell all your friends there's some crazy guy named Chronologically Gaming trying to play every single video game. We have links down below that'll send you to places like our Discord and Patreon, and one that says all the video games we've ever played. If you go there, it's a list of everything, and you can click right to the game you want to see. Chronologically Gaming is the name to look for. We are perpetually retro, and we will catch you next time.